morning, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Anita Long, energy healer and teacher, coming to you with this week's Energy Healing Live. And the topic for today is our third modality of energy healing. We've been in recent weeks kind of learning about the different modalities of energy healing that I practice at Cultivate Healing. First, we learned about Reiki. Next, we learned about natural alignment, and today we're going to talk about crystal healing. Um, Before I got into energy healing, I really, I knew of crystals, but it wasn't really something, I didn't collect them, didn't have a big interest in them until the past year. I started off by taking a course, an online course in crystal healing through Evolve Healing Institute, which is this wonderful company out of Australia, wonderful woman who is very professional and really upping the game of energy healing. And so from that course, I became really fascinated with crystals, and in using them in my practice, have learned through firsthand experience how effective they really are in healing. If you happen on Pinterest and are looking up health and wellness, you'll probably see that crystals are very, very popular right now. Lots of stars have them in their homes. I know Gwyneth Paltrow, if you ever follow any of her things on Goop, she talks a lot about crystals. But really, they are very, very effective in healing. So I want to talk a little bit about that today. So first of all, what is a crystal? A crystal is basically a mineral with a crystalline structure. And knowing that immediately gives you information as to why they're so powerful in healing. Water is also a crystalline structure. Our bodies are mostly water. So it would make sense then that crystals would be very effective on the body. So basically, the way crystals are effective in healing is that crystals' vibrational energy doesn't change. We've talked a lot about our vibrational energy and how important that is. I've used the example before of you're in a good mood, someone comes in the room in a bad mood. One of two things can happen. Either your energy is going to go down to match that person's vibration, or theirs is going to pull up to yours. Crystal energy doesn't change. So crystal energy is always going to stay at a high vibration. So using the crystals on the body brings our body's vibration up to match the crystals. And again, we call that entrainment. So how we use crystals in a healing session is by actually laying crystals on the body. And it, of course, can be laid through clothes. Typically, what I do with a client is put a sheet over top of you. So then, I can see the crystals. They don't get lost in your clothes. Sometimes if it's hard to have one stay in your body, I can kind of bunch the sheet up a little so that it stays in place. And we place the crystals on the chakra points on the body. We always start with grounding, and we use a nice grounding stones, and I'll show you a few examples of grounding stones. This is called hematite. Hematite is a magnetic stone, and this is a really great crystal for grounding. When I use the word grounding, what I mean is giving you that sense of, okay, I'm solid, I'm safe, I'm connected to the earth. So we typically use a grounding stone at the root chakra, which connects you to the earth. So hematite is a nice one. I'm looking to see. Another one is called black tourmaline. I don't have one here with me. But black tourmaline is also a really good grounding stone. So anytime, these are really good to use if you're experiencing some fear. This happened yesterday in my life. I got off a lengthy phone conversation about a topic that is kind of troubling to me, and I immediately was feeling fear, and I went and got a piece of black tourmaline, and I just held it in my hand, and I set an intention, and then I put it in my pocket so it was near my root chakra, and that really helped ground me. So during a healing session, we start with a grounding stone. Then we start with a much higher vibrational stone. This, for example, is called selenite. Selenite we usually use up here at your crown chakra. And what a high vibrational stone like selenite or like clear quartz, what these do is help connect you to your higher self and to God, to source. So we use these up at your crown chakra, which is your connection to God or to source. So these are nice stones to use also if you're doing some meditation and you really want to be connected to your guides, to your angels, to God, or to your higher self. So selenite and clear quartz are really nice for that. Then during the healing session, we basically use crystals that align with the colors of the chakra. Um, so the chakras are, we've got the clear amethyst up here, we've got purple, violet, we've got blue, green for the heart. Then we're going down, we've got yellow, orange, and red. So we use different crystals that align with the chakra colors and actually lay them on the body. And then we do what's called a clearing. We do a chakra cleansing or clearing. And that is where we spin the energy above the crystals, either with our hand or with a crystal wand. And we clear the energy by spinning it in a counterclockwise manner. That kind of gets anything off the chakras, out of those energy centers that is causing blocks. We get that all cleared. And then we charge the chakras by spinning in a clockwise connection. It's just a really nice overall cleansing activity that really brings the body into balance. Um, I've had some interesting comments from people that I've done this on saying like, wow, it really felt like that crystal had gone into my body. One person said about her forehead, she said, I literally felt like the crystal was inside my head. So I just think that shows that the energy really does go into our body. And that is what she was feeling. Um, so typically I use crystals with my other modalities as well. So I'll do a chakra cleanse and then I will continue on with the Reiki session. Sometimes just intuitively, through biofeedback or intuition, I'll use just a couple of crystals at different chakras if not all of them are necessary. And then also we use what are called crystal layouts. So there are, in the course that I took, I learned 70 different crystal layouts for all sorts of things from anxiety, depression, um, detox, addiction, to things like self-love, um, all sorts of different physical ailments, manifesting and attracting. So there are different crystals that are used on the different areas of the bodies and then the chakra, depending on what sort of response you would like to get from that healing session. So that is an opportunity as well. Um, a little bit about crystals in the home, if you are interested. If you don't have any crystals and want to start with one, I would go with a nice piece of smoky quartz. This is a really large piece that I keep in my living room. Smoky quartz is known to transmit negative energy into positive. So it's nice to have a large piece of smoky quartz in an area of your house where people will be coming in. So if you have someone who enters that has some negative energy, it will transmit it to positive. It will kind of absorb that. It also works really well in absorbing the frequencies from your TV and your computer. So I like to keep a piece near my computer and my TV as well. Another really powerful piece, I just have a small piece here to show you, but I have larger pieces throughout my home and my healing space, and this is amethyst. And amethyst is just a very positive, powerful stone, also absorbs that negative energy and transmits it into positive. One more that I'd like to share with you today, this is called citrine. Here's a larger piece and here's a smaller piece of citrine. And citrine is a stone for attracting abundance. So where I place the citrine in my house is at the back left-hand corner. So if you walk in your front door, go to the back left-hand corner of your house and place a piece of citrine there, and that is attracting for abundance. At your office, if you're in sales or whatever business you do, putting a piece on the left bottom corner of your desk is really powerful. And then anytime you want to amp up the energy of a crystal, you can put a piece of clear quartz next to it. And this just kind of amps it up. So these are the two that I have in the back left corner of my house to attract abundance to my family and to our businesses. So, finally, one more that I don't want to forget to talk about, and this is rose quartz. And this is one of my favorite stones. Rose quartz is um, affiliated with the heart chakra and is a really nice stone when you need a little self-love. Um, I I feel like we all need a little bit of that from time to time because usually we're our own worst critics. So if you're starting to feel down on yourself, a piece of rose quartz, just lay it on your chest or even just hold it in your hand and set the intention that you'd like to not be so hard on yourself and experience some self-love. For sleep, rose quartz and amethyst together can really help promote a nice, peaceful, restful night's sleep. So that is just kind of the tip of the iceberg, as it were, about crystal healing therapy. I really, of all the modalities that I've studied, I find this to be very, very fascinating, and there's always more to learn. And I'm excited to practice with these on clients who are interested. So thank you again for joining me today. I hope this was helpful. If you want any more information about crystals or about crystal healing, feel free to reach out to me in an email, anita@cultivatehealing.com. Um, if you would like to schedule a session, we use crystal healing in person sessions and with our distance sessions. I will say that now I'm doing mostly distance sessions now that COVID is a little more prevalent. Still seeing some clients in person, but many are choosing to do distance as well. So that certainly is an option. And the crystals, of course, can be used for that also. So thank you again for joining me today, and I will see you back here next week. Be well.